We are live, we are live, we are live, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Talk Live, live on IG and YouTube. We are live indeed, ladies and gentlemen. And hope you had a great day, weekend, and so on and so forth. My good and lovely people out there. I've been having a good week, getting in some new work, and yeah, it's been quite productive, I gotta say. So again, welcome back to Talk Live, live on IG and YouTube. Like, subscribe, comment on the road to 1,000 subscribers. Sponsored by Duntalk, DUNTALK.com. And I'm just going to crack myself open a can of dry because I'll tell you something. I was on a it's been a pretty long day. That's my second cola for the day. Not exactly good, but anyways, we're going to go with it. Simply because I was up early this morning, getting myself a good workout, and then I headed to work, did that, and now I'm feeling a little bit, no, not saying a little, just a little bit sluggish, but again, we are back, we are live here at Talk Live, on time, people, indeed, so thank you very much for joining me, and let's get this on and popping with regards to how Sub5s, Chaz, and Tyrones are treated in the dating market. Now, if you don't know what Sub5s, Chaz, and Tyrones are, let me explain. Sub5s are those who are, well, as the name denotes, below par gentlemen. Gentlemen who are not seen as the top tier in terms of males, in terms of looks, in terms of personalities and whatnot. They tend to be the least among us in terms of dating prospects. And so that's what Sub5s are. And Chaz and Tyrones are literally the black male and white male version of good-looking men. Simple as that. The black males being Tyrones, and the white males being Chad. So therefore, they're seen as the upper tier. They are seen as the top 10% of dating males of the dating public in terms of men. And with that comes with it certain treatment to which they have become pretty much accustomed, and which allows them to do rather well in the dating market. We're going to see some of these simple reactions here on Talk Live. So thank you very much for joining me. Like, subscribe, comment on the road to 1,000 subscribers. Let's get this done. Indeed. As we go into the browser. Bang, 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 bang. So tonight, let me just get back over here. Bang. We are going with wheat waffles. Now, it's been a while since we've seen wheat waffles on the air, but we did some work with wheat waffles back, I'd say, around a year ago when he's talking about black pill. He's very much an aficionado in terms of red pill, black pill, blue pill, and their denotations. He also knows about looks maxing, which is basically looking, doing all that you can to look your best. And also with regards to, statistics, and he runs experiments in terms of dating apps, in terms of clients, and he does also makeovers on certain clients as well. So this is a man in the know and in the knowledge of how the dating market really works, and he's considered pretty much a black pill in terms of his qualities and his machinations. Very, very much black pill. But again, and if you don't know what black pill is, basically they say that it's looks that rule the dating market, and he's just observant of that. He is aware of that, and he thinks that for some, nothing will change in terms of their male improvement. They can do only so much, but after that, then you are basically. You are where you are. You are where you stay, you are where you land. So again, we're going to get into this video right here. 100 approaches and how differently Sub5s are treated to Chads / Tyrones, in my estimation. But again, so yes, this came from Wheat Waffles. And we're just going to get into this video right now. And I want you to just keep in mind how Chads and Tyrones are treated in the dating market. And also how differently they're treated to Sub5s. Sub5s being those who are, below par in terms of looks. So, and it is quite prejudicial, to be fair. And I'd just like to see what look at the body language. Look at how women conduct themselves when around these two groups of people. And it is truly, truly eye-opening. That's why I wanted to have a show on this on Talk Live, because, love is in the air. It is spring, after all. Lucky for me, I have found that myself. But again, I feel sorry for those who can't find it, simply because they are too short, or they don't have the social skills, or they don't have the requisite looks necessary to pull women. And it's happening every day, and more men are, despite, when taken into account their salaries, are being priced out of the dating market. They've had to fall to alternative means, like, basically playing video games and going black pill and being rather suicidal because they offing themselves. Sorry, I can't say suicidal. And offing themselves because they have not mastered the art of seduction / dating / making friends / social mores needed in order to get through life. So let's just get into this video right now. Thank you very much for joining me at Talk Live on IG and YouTube. Sponsored by DunTalk, DUNTALK.com. Like, subscribe, comment. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. So let's get into this from Wheat Waffles. Very eye-opening indeed.
In this video, I'm going to play 2 clips. One of an attractive man approaching a girl, and the other of a sub-5 man approaching a girl. Both guys end up getting rejected, but I won't tell you which is which. I want you to guess, based on the girl's body language, which way you think they are.
Oh, excuse me? I didn't mean to disturb you, but alright, my bad. God damn.
Excuse me. Give it back. Give it back. Sorry.
Give what back?
My heart.
Oh.
Just kidding. That sounds so bad. I'm sorry. But you guys are all beautiful. But I was wondering if I can get here. And
I'm married.
You're married? You're married? She's a mom. How old are you guys? I mean.
I'm 24.
24. That's good. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. I respect that, though.
No, you're so cool.
Yeah, guys, it's cool. Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you. Appreciate it. You too.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Unsurprisingly,
let me stop this quickly. Let's stop that. Quite simply, as you can see, the first example that we had was of the sub-5 variety, and the man was instantly rejected. Body language was non-existent, and basically this gentleman was rejected en masse, and was not even considered for any sort of a chat, any sort of small talk. The women just shuffled on, and things were ended then and there. So the man had no chance. Literally, he had no chance. But, and we have a few new people in. Thank you very much for joining me in Talk Live. And when it comes to Chaz and Tyrones, even though they may not be interested or may not be eligible, the fact of the matter is they are given a hearing. They are given a chance to explain themselves, to fall flat on their face, yet are given the benefit of the doubt. And it is remarkable to see when put in these stark ways and terms that how badly, like literally badly, Sub5s are treated. Like, it is remarkable to see how these men are rejected outright, and it's no wonder that these days that more and more men are offing themselves out of depression and rejection, because of the fact that they're not given nobody really cares about them. If you are given this sort of lot in life, I can understand why things are so difficult and hard. But women don't see this side, and they don't get these sort of rough types of treatment, because women are given the benefit of the doubt in many cases. And as I already said, the worst of women do better than the best of men on dating apps. That goes without saying, because men are so thirsty for attention and adulation, and just literal, for a little conversation, a little warmth, really, from a woman. So again, this is very, very problematic that's happening in the West. I would say more so in patriarchal society. I think in patriarchal societies there can be slight change in these sort of things, and certain men, especially if they have a certain amount of means, are given the benefit of the doubt simply because of their status, despite their looks. However, this is in a gynocracy, in a matriarchy such as North America, such as the Western world, a lot of these guys are rejected out of hand. Let's continue with this.
The Sub5, while this one was the Chads. Shocking how differently these guys are treated. And they have the same approaching style in terms of accent, mannerisms, which suggests it's mainly something beyond behavioural creating the disparity. The reason I'm making this video is because lately I've seen a massive explosion of these types of TikTok approaching videos. The two clips you just saw were from channels like these on your screen now. Sub5s is a Sub5 guy, and even the comments of his videos destroy him because of how ugly they think he is. They're constantly asking for a face reveal to know how bad he has it. While the other, Dinzel, is a Chad, and his comments say how he must be good looking, to the point of model tier, and is the attractive version of Sub5s. Both the channel's content are the same and all involve going up to a girl, saying she's pretty, then asking for her number. They then record the reactions, usually taking place at public places like malls, the street, a town square, and they also get a surprisingly large amount of views. As you can see, 42k, 1.7 mil. And what I'm going to be focusing on in today's video is how differently these two guys, Zizu the Sub5 and Dinzel the Chad, can be treated based just on their looks. Now, for Zizu the Sub5, there is this image circulating claiming this is him, which I cannot confirm is true. However, solely based on the reactions he gets in his videos, I wouldn't be surprised if this is in fact him, or at the very least, a close resemblance. I'd rate his looks around a 4 out of 10 in SMV, and if you think this is harsh, or don't believe me, just wait until I show you more of his clips, and the data I prepared from scouring through his videos. As for Dinzel, who I believe to be a Chad, I'd rate his SMV somewhere between a 7 or 8 out of 10. I've actually seen what he looks like, because I saw a reflection in his phone in one of his videos. I'm not going to tell you which one, but I can show you this image who is a close resemblance to what he actually looks like. And I'm sure you'll agree is an attractive guy around an 8. So, now you know how they both look. From here, I scoured through all of their videos and created this data of how their interactions went. I used 100 of Zizu the Sub5's videos, and 50 of Dinzel the Chad's because that's all he had at the time of making this video. I made 4 categories to describe how each approach of a girl went. These were successfully getting the girl's number, getting a girl's Instagram, which is quite a bit worse than a number and I'll show why later in the video, a normal rejection, e.g. if she says, sorry, I have a boyfriend, and lastly, what I call a blowout, which is a very harsh rejection where the girl either scorns you for approaching, such as the one I showed at the beginning, or just completely ignores your existence and walks away.
Oh, excuse me. I got a question. Are you today's weather? Because I'm not gonna lie, you're so hot.
Stop there. I mean, it's bad. It is really, really bad what men have to go through. I mean, see, this is the thing that women don't really understand or have to understand is the fact that men are treated like worthless objects. They are literally rejected out of hand because women see them as boyfriend slash marriage slash relationship material. It is a terrible sight to see, and women do this all the time. They just reject you outright. They walk away, don't hear from you, don't see from you, and it is only for the privileged few who don't get this sort of treatment, and who are sought out for women in the first place. So it is what it is. I mean, life can be very, very depressing for a man, and especially after these sort of rejections come to the fore. And women, even though I've always said, like, women may be sympathetic, but they're not empathetic. Meaning they feel sorry for you, but they're not willing to put themselves in the man's shoes. So therefore, if a woman's behavior can be considered rejected outright, and it is painful to watch. Let's continue with this.
2. Which results in you feeling very awkward and down afterwards. So, now let's look at the data. See how different the Sub5 was treated compared to the chat. This is clear to see in the shape of the curves. Out of 100 videos, the Sub5 received a staggering 42% blowouts. They were happening so often, I honestly felt bad for how poorly he was treated. Here's a few more examples of the worst ones.
Oh, excuse me? Where did you get that?
What, the pants?
Nah, that beautiful eyes of yours. I always thought you was gorgeous. Oh, damn. Oh, excuse me. Where did you get that?
There it is.
Wait, excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Well, no, I just wanted to tell you you look really beautiful. That's it.
Oh.
Alright, never mind. Have a good one. Oh, excuse me. I didn't mean to disturb you, but I really thought that you were extremely beautiful. Because when I was walking... Oh.
This is beyond brutal at this point, and his comment section was lambasting him with remarks alluding to his poor looks. She was disgusted, torturing yourself at this point. Another day, another L. The level of cringe is unmatched. Remember, this happened 42% of the time. However...
Stop right there. Imagine you were this guy and rejected 42% of the time in terms of your approaches. Like, every time that you approach a woman, you are literally rejected. Not even rejected, not even talked to. You're literally walked away from. Again and again and again. It would depress you, ladies and gentlemen. It will depress you. And it really is a sleight of hand and a twist of fate that will get you to this point. I mean, a lot of us, there are many men who are very, very lucky to be in the positions that they're in, that they don't have to deal with this. They have the means, even if they are ugly, they have the means to, at least carry out a dating strategy for a woman. A meet and greet strategy for a woman. While so many men, and I mean so many, the unseen, the unheard, the invisible sub-5s among us are literally treated like trash. Just like this. And women have no time for them. I mean, what a sad state of affairs this guy has to go through on a daily basis. It really is bad. I mean, listen, it only takes one for someone to change their mind, but those times are few and very, 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 very far between. Very far between. And you have to feel bad for this, for a gentleman like this. As you can see, look at the comments here. I mean, another day, another L. The level of cringe is unmatched. She was disgusted. Torture yourself at this point. Like, these guys realize the suffering this man has to go through just to get through life. Literally. I mean, when you have no one to love who is your own, it is an absolute slog to get through life. But again, No one really cares about the male experience. And here we are. So you wonder why, so unfortunately you wonder why SAs are up, why Rs are up, why a man will take his truck and drive it down Young Street to run people over. It's because these men are literally outright rejected. What used to happen is, especially for these sort of gentlemen, these sub-5s, that they can find a woman who would be on their level and they would get together, have kids, start a family. There you go. That was some 50 years ago. It was not so long ago. Now, a lot of these average to below average women are looking for the Chads and Tyrones. And they're looking past the sub-5s. And you know what? They're lonely. They're more lonelier than ever. And women would literally say they would rather be alone than to deal with an ugly man. And if they tell you different, they're lying. They literally are lying. But let's continue with this.
However, even when this wasn't happening, he got plain rejections 38% of the time. So all in all, he only got a number or Instagram in 20% of the approaches. However, even this is nowhere near as good as it seems, because essentially every Instagram he got was out of pity. And I could tell he had a 0% chance of them leading to anywhere. Just watch this video, which is a perfect example.
Excuse me. Sorry, I didn't mean to bother you though. What was called though? I really thought you was cute.
But look at her. Okay, I'm gonna just speed this up
What's
a
your
little
name,
further.
by the way? Ju. My name is Zizu. You mind if I grab your number?
I do mine.
You single?
No.
Damn. I just want to hear my shot. You feel me?
I respect it.
She won't even walk next to him, and that's right. But look at her body language as well. Take a look.
Can I get your inside at least?
Yeah, like I do.
Alright, what is it? Wait, can you talk for me real quick?
I mean, she's giving him
Yeah, my bad. I didn't mean to bother you.
It's an Insta.
I just wanted to shoot my shot.
I bet.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Because there's a lot of guys out here, they don't have the confidence like me, so you know, I'm just like, they don't have that confidence like me. Yeah. Right, take it easy.
You see what I mean? There's no way this should be classed as a success, because you can tell by the woman's reaction, getting her Instagram won't lead to anything. She literally...
I mean, and you can look at her body language. I mean, she has her hands wrapped. She's not even facing who she wants to speak to, this Mr. Zizu. Not even facing him. It's very closed-minded. She just wants out of the store. She doesn't want to have to deal with him. Okay, finally, give me your Instagram. You'll get another follower. You're done with it. And basically, you don't have to deal with this man anymore. It really is sad for a lot of men out there. That's why I wanted to make this show tonight. Because as the weather gets warmer and people starting to get a little more flirtier as the good weather arrives, the fact of the matter is, for a lot of men, it is cold winter out there. It's a cold, cold world out there. And this is what they have to deal with on a daily basis. The fact of the matter is, when you have a man here who's rejected 80% of the time, it can be an absolute slog. An absolute ordeal. Yes, you can say this is a man's world, but at the end of the day, men carry the day in terms of suicide, not in terms of suicides. Completed suicides. Completed offing of themselves simply because the world does not care about them at all. Not even women on their level wish to care about them because they see themselves as tens themselves. That's why to a lot of these men I say, well, I'll offer my solutions later, but it's a cold world. It's literally a cold world out there. Literally a cold world. Let's continue.
She said she wasn't single, and as soon as she got the follow, she was out of there instantly. I guarantee she won't even follow him back.
Nope.
And as I say, this was the majority of the instas he got. Either the girl was looking for a free follower, so treating him like a fan, or just trying to get rid of him ASAP. Here's one more example.
Oh, excuse me? Excuse me? Can I ask you a question? Alright, but, are you Christmas? Because I would like to marry you.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I just wanted to hit my shot because I thought you was gorgeous. Can I potentially grab your number? I did too, but we could be gym partners. Alright, what about Instagram? But you think you could add me?
You can add me. I'm on the phone or no?
Oh yeah, my phone, I got you. Where you from, by the way?
Depressing.
So, now let's take a look at Dinzel the Chad. One of the most striking differences is how he only got 5 blowouts out of 50. So it shows it does still happen occasionally, even if you're attractive. For example, in this clip.
Excuse me? Do you work?
Yes, I do.
Where can I find your number? Your number? Where can I find your number? What? Okay. Bruh.
But it happened at a far lower percentage. Very few girls were offended by him approaching, and the majority would let him down gently if they didn't like him. Here's some clips highlighting what I mean.
Excuse me. Give it back.
Huh?
Give it back.
What back?
My heart.
Oh.
Is that good?
Yeah,
Is that good? I was just wondering, like,
impressive.
I just want to say you're gorgeous.
Thank you so
I just
much.
want to say you're beautiful. And I was wondering if I could get, like, your Snap or Instagram or number.
I actually have a boyfriend.
Your boyfriend.
But that's so sweet of you. Thank you so much.
I respect that. That's good. Okay, thank you though.
Yeah.
Have a good day. Excuse me. Sorry, I didn't mean to bother you, but you just called my.
Take a look here. Same scenario as Zizu had in terms of getting a number from while the woman is still walking away from it. Same scenario. Watch the reaction this time because they know it is a Chad.
Attention.
Oh,
I just want to say you're beautiful.
thank you so much.
I'm assuming you have a boyfriend.
I'm sorry, I do.
So, it's all good though. I respect that. Okay. I was wondering if I can get your number.
Oh, my number?
Yeah, I just saw you're beautiful.
How old are you?
I'm 21. You?
I'm 38.
It's not too bad.
No,
It's not too bad.
I can't.
You cannot? Are you sure?
Oh, yeah, I'm so
Okay,
young. You're so beautiful and handsome.
Okay,
but
thank you
that
so
makes
much.
you just younger. Like,
Okay, I have.
You're so beautiful and handsome.
Okay,
but
thank you
that
so
makes
much.
you just younger. Like,
Okay.
You're so beautiful and handsome.
Okay,
but
thank you
that
so
makes
much.
you just younger. Like,
Okay.
So, as you can see, even when this guy gets rejected, he still gets told he's beautiful, handsome, etc. The girls smile at him and have a positive energy. It is the definition of the halo effect. Meanwhile, if they're confronted by Zizu the Sub5, it's almost guaranteed they would react poorly. Blowouts are the norm for him, which shows how unhappy women are the fact he's approaching them. Now let's take a look at Dinzel the Chad's successes. He got 16% Instagrams and 16% numbers. So he got a comparable number of Instagrams to the Sub5. However, the difference was this time his IGs actually had potential. E.g. in this clip.
Give it back. Give it back.
a what?
Give it back.
A bag?
Give it back. Sorry, I meant
Give
to.
it back?
Yeah,
What's that?
my heart. Sorry, guys. Was that good? Was that good?
No,
I know. I didn't mean to scare you guys. I'm sorry. I
I
didn't
did
mean.
not know what you were saying.
My bad. I'm tripping. I'm sorry. You guys having a good day though?
That was good. Yeah.
Can I get you guys Instagram maybe by chance, or your Instagram?
Sure. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
sure.
can give you my
Okay,
Instagram.
that's fine. Sorry, guys.
No,
I just had to. I just had to.
What are you doing at a yeah, I thought you did.
Also, just as a quick side note, this is not good game, and I'm honestly surprised he got the results that he did. But back to the point, he got numbers at 3 times the rate compared to Zizu's. And I also believe the attractiveness of the girls Dinzel was able to get was far higher than what Zizu could. Just watch this video. which was one of the only times Zizou the Sub5 had success.
Okay, now this one I'll have to say is slightly racist, but again, it's all about preference at the end of the day, so I'll leave it. But good on Zizou for not giving up and shooting a shot with this girl right here. Let's you can see it at Talk Talk Live here, live on YouTube. Thank you very much for joining me at Talk Talk Live. And let's get this.
Excuse me, Happy New Year's. Yeah, I know it's gonna be so random. I know you're working right now, but like, when I was walking past by, I really thought you was gorgeous. Are you single?
Yeah.
Kind of like potentially grab your number. Hey,
Nice.
This is my number. Zizou. Hey, what's your name? So my name is Zizou. My name is Zizou. Zizou.
Okay.
Yeah. Alright, take it.
Now, I'm not going to be too harsh here, but just from the pink hair, this is not the kind of woman that I would find attractive. And I'm sure
And we don't care for you to find her attractive. The fact of the matter is he found her attractive, and he got her number. So that is a win. A win is a win is a win is a win is a win here, people. And yeah, it's sort of I don't know, slightly racist, but I bet it's all about preference. I'll give him that. But credit to Zizou for not giving up and giving a black girl a chance. And yeah, he won. He won in this instance. But again, to say that she's unattractive, well, in his estimation, Wheat Waffle's explanation, unattractive. But still, that's totally fine because again, he won. He finally got a result. And no matter how one looks, get a result if you're a Zizou. Get a result if you're a Sub5. No matter how much someone may not consider her looks to be attractive. Yeah, let's go.
you could agree with that too. Whereas for Denzel, look at the attractiveness of some of the girls he was able to get numbers from.
Excuse me. I just want to say you're absolutely gorgeous.
Thank you.
I was wondering if I could get your number or something.
Sure, yeah.
Sure? Okay. How's your day, though?
Now again, I could easily say that this girl's unattractive herself because she's white, but I don't. I literally don't. So, you know, Wheat Waffle's got some explaining to do in terms of that, but it's his preference. Fine, we go on.
Good. How's yours?
What's your name, by the way?
My name's Ava.
Ava. How's your day?
Good.
Okay, 1 second. There you go. Sorry, my phone's a little messed up. It's fine. Okay. So,
See you around.
You
Sure.
text me?
Yeah.
Okay. What's your name? Sorry, Ava?
Ava.
Ava? Okay, see you later. Excuse me? Excuse me? Sorry to disturb you, but I was just like wondering, like, where's the library?
This is the library.
That's the library? Oh, also, like, where can I get your number?
Seriously?
Yeah.
Sure, give me your phone.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Give me 1 sec. Okay, here you go.
Sorry, I had something.
Oh, you're good.
Great success.
There you go. Is it busy today?
Yes, lots of classes, lots of
Oh, I did that fast. Okay, thank you so much. Excuse me? Sorry, I just want to say you're so beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
I was just wondering, like, if I can get your number.
Yeah, sure.
I get your number? Where are you from?
Or Snapchat.
Snapchat? Is that cool?
Snapchat.
Snapchat. Okay, that's better, huh?
Yeah.
That's better. Where are you from? You sound
Germany.
German? Did you put it? Okay. Perfect. Thank you so much. Have an amazing.
So, this is what I've been saying on my channel all along. I've been uploading videos for 3 years, and I'm being proved right more and more so as content like this is uploaded to the internet. Women care about looks and only want to date guys who they deem on their level. The data shows it had very little to do with game because the guy Denzel had the exact same approaching style as Zizou, and even his comments were agreeing with this. I thought it was Zizou until she said yes. I can already tell this guy is way better looking than Zizou from their reactions. He's using Zizou lines, but he either looks better or is taller. Says the same stuff as Zizou, but gets a different reaction. What is the difference between bro and Zizou? People will say it's confidence, but they say quite literally the same thing most of the time, so I think it's face. I could read even more, but these comments would go on and on forever. This all shows he was being carried by good looks. Anyway, if you want to make sure you aren't wasting your time and want to know if you actually have a chance, I'd recommend purchasing a face.
Okay, we're going to stop right there. Thanks to Wheat Waffles, and he proves a point. He proves an after point. Shout out to Brian Marcial. Shout out to Lana. He proves a point, and that is that Chads and Tyrones are getting all the attention and all of the positive feedback from women. And average to below average men, it's either hit or miss, or they are missing the mark altogether, as they were with Zizou. Zizou is only hitting the mark about 5% of the time. He's only getting 5% of numbers compared to what's his name? Here it's yes, indeed. Compared to Denzel, and I think it's just a sad state of affairs that this is the case. But again, most women these days are pulling their attention towards Chads, Tyrones, or the high-value men among us. As simple as that. And if you don't have those credentials, you're not going to get any sort of mid-range, any sort of attention, any sort of reception from women outright. It's not happening. It literally isn't happening. You're getting rejected outright. You're getting avoided, or you're being pitied upon, and you're adding to a woman's numbers. This is, her Instagram / TikTok / Snapchat numbers, and women make no bones about this. Absolutely no bones. Absolutely no bones. I have a comment here from Lana. It makes me wonder if ethnicity and where they are chatting with ladies has something to do with their effectiveness. As I was saying before, I was saying this before previously, when Zizou talked to a black girl, he got a number. But as Wheat Waffles say, she was unattractive. Unattractive to you, but not unattractive, period. I mean, she was of average looks herself. She wasn't exactly knocking it out of the park. But, hey, these sort of things are what we're looking for, the likes of Zizou's are looking for. And they're not finding that. They're only finding that 5% of the time. That is a hugely low average. 80% of the time, you're literally rejected or blown out. And that is soul destroying, soul sucking. It is depressing, to say the least. It is very, very depressing. Yes, you can change just in response to Lana. Yes, you can get rejected. And yes, you can go to different sorts of women. But the fact of the matter is, even if they are black or they are, of a different ethnicity, the same thing applies. The same rules apply. But more so, more so if you are of a different race. Yes, however, because only the best of the best will be accepted by everyone else. Now, again, I have another video here that I want to get into, and that is from Manosphere Highlights Daily. Shout out to Manosphere Highlights Dailies. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe to Wheat Waffles. Wheat Waffles does. This is a very good. Despite the fact that, it was a tad bit slightly racist. But that's all about preferences at the end of the day. Wheat Waffles like white girls, and so to each his own. But subscribe to Wheat Waffles. He's doing wonderful things in the YouTube streets and proving points out there as we speak. But we're going to go into Manosphere Highlights Daily. And we're going to speak to this video, this pod about Joy Taylor admits women break the rules for Chad and Tyrones. And that is an absolute truth. It's usually the Chads and Tyrones who get the pick of the litter and can be, the worst among us in terms of attitude, the worst among us in terms of treating a woman right. However, They're able to get away with it. Why? Because they look the way they look. Simple as that. They can. I've been around this myself. I've seen it for myself. And quite simply, it's a shame that, the average guy like Azizu would get rejected out of hand the way they do. But the fact of the matter is, let me just get out of there. These ad blockers are so silly. But the fact of the matter is, women don't care. Women will automatically keep you in their good books simply because of your looks. And you could treat her like crap for a good amount of time. Sooner or later, it's up to her to either walk away or not. But you can do it simply because of your aesthetics. It's as simple as that. And we're going to get into this video of Joy Taylor admits women break the rules for Chad and Tyrone. And thank you very much for joining me at Talk Live on IG and YouTube. Like, subscribe, comment. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. Let's do this.
At your service, sir.
Enter the manosphere.
Of course. How can I assist you today?
Give me some of that dating foolishness.
Will do, sir.
You're throwing all boundaries, standards, all that shit you talked on Instagram about how you would never.
It's not logic.
Welcome to Manosphere Highlights Daily. Shout out to Mr. Devin for
Let's
this
move
video.
on. Let's move on a little further here.
Joy Taylor. She's an American media personality and television host for Fox Sports 1. And like many others, she started a podcast. Now, before we get into this, I just want to stress how this social media era is really messing women up. And now podcasts are trending and everybody and their mama has to start a podcast, which is fine with me. It's just that women have the tendency to tell on themselves when they have the chance to talk. Women always did that, but now it's on record. And this is another example of what this looks like. It's women who are red-pilling men, and they are breaking records left and right. The only thing we have to do is highlight it.
I thought about what to talk about today. There was so much that happens and so much that's happened to me that I couldn't really decide. But through the conversations that I'm having, just moving around the world, I've realized that these hypotheticals have got us in a chokehold, and we must free ourselves. We must free ourselves from these hypotheticals. It doesn't matter. It's fun banter. It's fun to argue about. It's fun to talk about what you would do in this scenario, or would you leave the game if the seats were high, or if a man took you this place on a first date, what you would do. And I'm telling you, every interaction that I have with people now, in some way or another, these things come up. And at the end of the day, it's two things. One, I don't have these conversations in real life with men or anyone. These scenarios do not pop up for me. I don't deal with them. These are other people's problems, and I respect that people have these issues, but they aren't my issues. So all I can tell you is what I think I would do, because they don't apply to me. But also, can we just keep it a buck? If they're fine enough, if they're funny enough, or if their financial status is what you want, fine, funny, fucking money.
What the?
You're throwing all boundaries, standards, all that shit you talked on Instagram about how you would never, and this woman ain't cute because women this and men this. You're moving forward with this person. We must free ourselves.
Women can never free themselves because that would take accountability. And we all know that accountability is a woman's kryptonite. It hurts. Women often struggle with the emotions that come with being recognized or seen as a bad decision maker, a bad girlfriend, a bad wife, a bad mother, and so on and so on. That's why it's essential that women have plausible deniability. That's why all of their boyfriends are narcissists. They know how to pick them, huh? Women know damn well what a good man is. And they've been saying that they want a man who has a black belt in Sim Jutsu. But for some reason, the Simjutsu masters are rejected like a misfit puzzle piece.
It's not logic.
Now, I want you to pay attention to her body language, because this is where you'll find the answer to why these women can't shut the F up.
Okay, just before we get into that, it is true. It is true. I mean, women could say that, they're single, independent, don't need a man. Women could say that they, they want a man who, who's good, and who's decent, who's hardworking, and all this other stuff. But the thing about it is, all those demands fall by the wayside when a Chad Tyrone or a high value man rolls around, because those rules are thrown out the window. Literally thrown out the window. If a Chad Tyrone stepped to them, at the end of the day, it's game over. All those standards, all those restrictions, all that, all those virtues are out when it comes to a good-looking man. A good-looking man could be broke. That's why could be broke and still get with a woman, a beautiful woman, simply because of his looks. They will give him a hearing. They will give him a shot. It may not be for the long term, but they will give him a shot. They will give him a shot. They will give him a shot. They will give him the Instagram. They will get the Snapchat. They will get the time, date, and place with a woman. And that is the God's honest truth. That's the one thing that women don't say. Oh, you just gotta be yourself. No, you have to be the best of the best for your dance card to be full. And if it is, then women will allow you to dog them out. Women will take whatever you give them and come back for more. It's true. I've seen it happen. I've seen it happen. Sorry. Women will try and say, oh, I'm only going for the nice guy. I'm only going for the good. No. The nice guy and the good guy is the cleanup crew. Very much so the cleanup crew. They are the guys who literally come around and try to, make the best of a bad situation and are made to pay for another man, a Chad or Tyrone's mistakes. There you have it. There you have it. For many of these women. Many, many, many women. And those men have to pay for their dalliances, for their mistakes. They have to pay for it. Either through dates, meals, gifts, trips, any sort of spending idea. An average man has to pay for it. An average man has to pay for it. That's why, at the end of the day, a man's standards have to go up. We all have to pay the price sometime in some way or some way, shape, or form. Only the chosen few are able to skirt through this law, and that's the top 5-10% of good-looking guys out there. But such is genetics, such is the lot you're given, and such is your economic milieu, where you stand in life in terms of your earnings potential. If you're able to earn, that's why if you're able to earn a lot of money and you are still unattractive to a woman, you'll still get by. She may not respect you for the most part, but you'll still be able to get by and get a hearing for this woman. But you have to either be, as you said, either a Chad Tyrone or rich. It's the only way you get through. The only way to a beautiful woman's heart. It's as simple as that. Now, you may get lucky, but we all know the deal with that. And as she just said, women's standards are broken down. They will break the rules for a Chad and Tyrone. Yes, they will. Yes. Yes. So if you are a Chad and Tyrone, consider yourself lucky, because you are one of the, I would say, top 10 to 15% of men in the world. in terms of looks. Top 10 to 15%. Not all men could claim such an ideology. Hold on, let me just change this here. There we go. That's better. Not many men can claim such a lofty position in the world. And, well, all the power to you. But again, it's usually these are the guys that, have, if they are, a bit unrigid with regards to their sexual dalliances, they're the ones who have 6 to 8 to 10 kids. But women don't mind. They don't mind because he has great genetics. Simple as that. I know someone who has upwards of 5 kids or more. But do the women mind? No, because he's considered a good sire of children. Comes from great genetic bloodlines. He's over 6 feet. He's good looking. He's got 6-pack. He may not have 6 figures or more, but he's 6 foot. But he's 6 feet tall, and he can lay pipe. That's all you need in this world. You really do. That's all you really need. That's all you really need as a man. If you do, then you get the pick of the litter no matter where you are. Let's continue with this.
Standards. All that shit you talked on Instagram about how you would never, and this woman ain't cute because women this and men this. You're moving forward with this person. We must free ourselves.
Look. She's literally drinking that feel-good Kool-Aid.
Can you make me feel good? Can you make me feel good?
Women can't shut the F up because it makes them feel good. It's therapeutic. That's why TikTok is full of women crying, complaining, and ranting for the gal them.
For the love of Christ, I wish I just had a man just pop up and be like, yo, take a step back, woman, I got you.
So I was seeing this guy for a couple months, and my kids didn't meet him, but they knew he existed.
Hold on, let me have a comment from Lana. She said, case in point, Nick Cannon. Nick Cannon's a perfect example. Perfect example. I'd say, I don't know. I mean, women could see him of averages or above averages. The fact of the matter is he's rich. So guess what he's going to get? He's going to get the pick of the litter. He is able to sire 12 kids from 4 women, and they're coming back for more. If they could. For more. Recently, what's it now? Jalen Rose. Was it Jalen Rose? I think it's Jalen Rose. Let's see. Hold on. Let me just get this quickly. Is it Jalen Rose from the Jalen Rose? Is it not Jalen Rose? Rose basketball. All right. Derrick Rose. Bang. Got it. Derrick Rose, point guard. I believe he's still in the Knicks right now. He recently had a Christmas party. Guess who we invited? His 2 baby mamas. And you know what they said? They could have been in their own relationships. Remember this. He started 2 baby mamas with them. What did they do? They were right there on Christmas with Derrick Rose. I've always said on this show, women would rather be the side chick to a rich man than the main chick to an average man. Truth be told, the days of a man earning an average salary and being able to get a woman of his own are moving further and further away by the day. It's as simple as that. It is. That's the truth. A main made guy who has status, who has clout, who has money, who has looks, they will have a good amount of side chicks, and those women who are willing to be their side chicks and aren't willing to take on an average man who they can have to themselves. It's true. It's a sad state of affairs. It's absolutely sad. But and case in point, Nick Cannon. There it is. Nick Cannon. There we go. So let's continue with this.
And he ghosted me.
I'm literally 29 years old. I don't think anyone likes me. I am in this mindset of like no one finds me attractive, or at least I'm attractive enough to be with physically, but no one wants to actually commit to me.
So the kind of man that I would be looking for is a man that is emotionally available.
Yes, who are you seeing right there? It's Nene Leakes. Nene Leakes, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. Made famous for the Housewives of Atlanta. One of the first Housewives of Atlanta. Remember, she used to have a husband. He's deceased now. God rest his soul. But she's back on the dating market. Back on the dating market. She ain't dead. And guess what she wants? She wants either a man with money or a man with looks. But she will never lower herself. Now, Nene is about, she must be in her late 50s, early 60s. But she looks good here. She lost a little bit of weight. And again, she's had her work done. And quite simply, it's back to work. It's back to work, ladies and gentlemen, for Nene Leakes. Let's see what the age of Nene Leakes is. I mean, she looks good. Let me get her age here. She's got to be in her mid. Nene Leakes. There you are. Yes, she is 56. Bang. 56. Can't have kids, but she doesn't want to, die old. Doesn't die. She doesn't want to die alone. So guess what she's doing? She's back on the market, ladies and gentlemen. She's back on the market. And guess what? She's shameless with it. Absolutely shameless with it. Actually, shout out to my barber. He made an absolute... Oh, my God. The roundness is just fantastic in terms of the hair. Anyways. Nonetheless, shout out to my barber. Nonetheless, this is what these ladies are doing. They are not willing to take second best. Nene Leakes, she may not have her youth, and she may not have her fertility back. That's gone. That is down the river. That is done. Done for. She's done having kids, but she ain't dead. Trying to push that boat out in terms of her beauty for as long as it can go. But Nene automatically knows that she's looking for either a Chad Tyrone or a high-value man. Those are her three choices. That's the three choices that most women are looking for. That's why, gentlemen, listen, you got to pick a struggle. Either you're short, you can't be short, you can't be fat, and you can't be broke all at the same time. If you are, you're in debt. You're in big trouble. Especially the women of today. Especially with a woman like Nene Leakes. You are in hella bad trouble. You're in trouble. If you are a sub-5, you are in deep trouble. And it's up to you to pull yourself out of it. You can't be short, you can't be brag, you can't be short, you can't be fat, and you can't be broke. Not in this world as a man. Absolutely. You got to be productive in some way, shape, or form for a woman to even look at you. Because look what's happened to Zizou when he's out there. I'm just saying.
I need somebody that's emotionally available for me. I need somebody that supports me.
Did you hear what Nene just said? Run that back. Nene is a millionaire, okay? Is a millionaire. Let it be said. She is a millionaire. She has more money than she can spend in a lifetime. But watch what she said here.
So the kind of man that I would be looking for is a man that is emotionally available. I need somebody that's emotionally available for me. I need somebody that supports me.
When she says support, you know what she means, right? Just saying. You know what she means. She means financially. Despite the fact that she has all the finances in the world, she means, and I mean it, she means financially. But the only thing about it is that youth and fertility are not on her side, so she can't exactly demand the world. She can't. Because the men that her age are looking downstream in terms of generations, they're looking at Gen Zs, if not millennials. They're not looking at Nene Leakes, who's early Gen X, very early Gen X, bordering on a baby boomer. Not looking at those at all. Nope. No. So that's where we have that beat. But no, she was looking for someone to support her. Yes, absolutely, financially. So she's looking for a guy who's in his, I would say, 60s to 70s, who's got money, who doesn't want to die alone. That's her market. That's her market. But it's a way better market than what these sub-5s have to deal with. Just saying. These sub-5s have to deal with whatever they can get. The scraps off the table. That's what they have to deal with. If you're not a Chad Tyrone or a high volume man, you're in trouble in this world. Just saying. Let's go.
He, like I said, he has like the best personality hands down. So I'm on here to ask, what do I do? And don't be too cold. Like, don't be too...
Dump him. Leave him. Take all your money, replenish your savings, pay off your credit cards, take yourself on a trip, get yourself something nice, and take this as a lesson, okay? And I'm not trying to be cold, I'm just telling you what everyone else is thinking. That you can do better, and you already were doing better, all by yourself, so why would you downgrade your lifestyle to be with a man, okay?
There it is, ladies and gentlemen. There it is. Women of a certain age will always think they can do better until they can't. Let me say that again. Women of a certain age will always think they can do better until they can't. By that time, it's too late. For a lot of them. When the shoe is on the other foot, and such comments are... Well, women are made to eat their words in certain circumstances. It's a shame. It's a shame, but this is what we got to deal with, ladies and gentlemen. It's like, if you're of a certain age and you still have youth, beauty, and fertility, hey. They'll break the rules for Chad and Tyrone. They'll treat men like garbage. They'll reject them outright. And, to boot. And if you are of a certain type of sucker, will take your money too. That's all this the whole sugar market. It's just saying that the whole sugar mama market is all about. There it is. Women taking men's money because they're simps and running into the sunset with it, and a man not caring. You should care, gentlemen. You should, because you're being used. You're not being respected. You're actually being rejected. Let's go.
Women love to let their emotions flow, but women are not emotionally intelligent. They don't think about the consequences of their actions. They don't understand that they are responsible for men not wanting to date them. They don't understand that men talk. Why do you think we already knew this information? It's the Chads and Tyrones who came back to the Brotherhood to tell their stories. Like I've said many times before, it's women who red-pilled me because I had access to them. And I would share the information with my brothers, just like my brothers shared the information with me. It's always been the men who had access to women who had the most unbelievable stories. But in this social media era, it's women who bring these stories to us, doubling down on the conclusion that the juice ain't worth the squeeze.
I would never date a man that has 5 baby mamas. Okay.
Man, that's really working.
Let me say this again, ladies and gentlemen. I have first-hand knowledge of this. Thank you very much to Manosphere Highlights Daily. I have first-hand knowledge of this, of men who have at least 4 to 5 to 6 to 7 baby mamas, and yet still have women clamoring after them. They can't get a moment's peace. These women realize that these men have all these babies, but they don't care. Such is the ignorance, the willful cognitive dissonance of the modern woman. They'll see all the red flags in their face, yet they're willing to forego them because he is who he is. A Chad, Tyrone, high-value man. That's why you can never take a woman's words seriously, because she'll do the opposite. She'll absolutely do the opposite. What a woman says and does are two totally different things. In many an occasion, but definitely in this instance. They want a good man, but all the good men are in their friend zone. Never to be exhumed from said status. No. Once you're in the friend zone, you're in the dead zone. Simple as that. And as this video has already said, women will break the rules for a Chad, Tyrone, high value. They will break the rules. All of their standards are out the window. They'll deal with a man with 7 to 8 kids. They'll deal with a Nick Cannon. They will deal with a man with multiple women in his roster. And I mean multiple. Just to get his attention, adulation, and seed. I know of a few women like that. Many a woman like that, in fact. But there you have it. There you have it. I mean, that's why I say, if you are a sub-5, let me give you some advice. If you are a sub-5, let me give you some real solid advice. And you don't have a lot of money, here's one thing I'll say. Get to a gym as soon as possible. I do mean it. I mean it. Get to a gym as soon as possible. You have got to even up the playing field, because the dating world is not for you. It is run for women, by women. Let that be said. I'll repeat that again. The dating world is run for women, by women. And unless you are the best among us, as has been said on media, as seen on Manosphere Highlights Daily, unless you are of that Chad and Tyrone and come back to us and give us intel, that is the least you should be doing right now. You should not be out here thinking your looks will get you. It's not. It just won't. It won't. It literally won't. Will only take you so far, but at the end of the day, your social skills will always find you out. That's why if I had a son, I'd rather him be a B student with excellent social skills than an A student without them. Simply because that's what the world has always looked to. A man with status, with money, with looks, with fitness. Because those are the ones that women will break the rules for. Let's get to this here. Wait a second. Oh, yeah. I got another video right here. Let's go. Another video from Manosphere Highlights Day. Let's get into this. I just randomly picked this out. I haven't seen this myself, so let's go.
At your service, sir.
Enter the manosphere.
Of course. How can I assist you today?
Give me some of that dating foolishness.
Will do, sir.
Let's move this on.
How you doing, man?
Minute 7. Have a great day. Mr. Jules, thank you for your message. So, this video we're going to talk about and how women break the rules for him. This video is from the Steve Harvey Show. And we all know Steve Harvey has a black belt in Simp Jutsu.
You better get in his face.
Now, we already know about Steve Harvey and his track record of literal dating stupidity. If you have ever bought the book, Think Like a Man, Think Like a Woman, Act Like a Man. I don't know what the hell that is. If you ever bought that book, let me tell you something. You must be a woman, because a guy, you would literally reject that outright. That is the antithesis of what Red Pill is all about. That is Sam Central in the dating market, in terms of dating market pros. Terrible, terrible, terrible information. I'm just here for this video. I do not subscribe to what Steve Harvey has to say, because he is the ultimate panderer, as so said by the Godfather himself, Kenny Sanders. But let's get into this.
You can also say Simp Jitsu if you like, but nevertheless, this man is the master. I have a feeling this is all staged, kind of like Jerry Springer. But this video does show what breaking the rules for Chad and Tyrone looks like. Let's talk about it.
Kind of set up the scenario for us.
Okay, Steve. So I went to Vegas for my friend's bachelorette weekend, and I met a guy, my first night out, and he was also, yes. And he was also there for a bachelor party. It felt like a love at first sight connection. We really liked each other a lot. We hung out a few times as a group, and we stayed in touch. He actually happens to live in my hometown in Massachusetts, and because I go back and forth, I figured, we can probably build something. So I ended up going to Massachusetts to see my mother about a week later.
Okay, so far you're probably thinking, wow, this is like unbelievable.
It was kind of last minute, but he did agree to meet with me, and when the day came, he stood me up.
Okay, this looks kind of staged myself. I gotta admit, I think Manosphere Highlights Daily is right. I think this looks very, very much scripted. But we're gonna go with it. Let's go.
Let's see how he tried to explain standing you up. He said, okay, you deserve to know it all. Before I met you, yes, I was talking to someone. We're not in a relationship, but yes, we do still talk. I didn't expect for us to hit it off the way me and you did. This past week has really showed me what love can be about from you. More than I have over the past 2 months with the other girl. I should have told you how it was. I apologize, and I totally understand that you would just move on. But like I said, I know what I want.
Red flag
and
alert.
That is you. Just need to let me clean my past before I set a bright future for us.
Red flag alert.
Everybody knows this is a red flag, and you should run! Get to the chopper! Look at this sister. No, don't do it. No, don't do it. At this point, we stop feeling sorry for this woman, because everything that happens to her from this point on is on her.
Kryptonite. So this was your response, which was really good. Mm-hmm. This whole thing just makes me sad to think about, honestly.
Yeah, good.
So what happens next?
So we planned to meet to go to dinner, and he came to pick me up from my aunt's house, and as soon as he picked me up, he told me he left his wallet at home. I know. He said we'd make up for it the next day, and the next day came and he flaked on me again. Yeah.
So what'd you do after that?
I blocked him.
So you blocked him?
I did. I blocked him.
You go, girl. You strong and independent Tyrone blocking rocking woman. But why?
Why?
Why did she give him another shot after the first time he stood her up? Because this is not an ordinary man. This is... Let's take it a step further.
So then, how did he respond?
He slid into my DMs on Instagram and he asked me, well, he actually said that...
Well, I haven't. Hi. So you blocked me. I didn't know it was that serious, but okay. I called to tell you I was outside to apologize, but I see you moved all the way on. This really hurt because I've really been wanting to explain myself because you are who I want, but I'll leave you alone. So you said, if there's something you want to say, I'll give you an opportunity to speak and I'll listen. So then he said, I don't have anything else to say. You made your point. Then he said, but I appreciate you for everything and how you've raised my standards of what I really want. To which you reply, you said you wanted me to give you a chance to explain yourself, and now you're choosing not to take it. I don't have the time for these kinds of games, and I would really appreciate it if you would get to the point or just stop wasting my time entirely.
Stop it right there. Let me rewind that back for you. Let me just rewind that back. I want you to detect that now again, remember who she's dealing with here. She would never have this length of conversation with a sub-5. Never. Ever would the conversation get this long. No. No. She'd be walking through the mall. She'd reject them outright. New Instagram follower. Done. We're out of here. This is a Tyrone because listen to what she says here in her last comment. You said you wanted me to give you a chance to explain yourself, and now you're choosing not to take it. I don't have time for these games, and I would really appreciate it if you would get to the point or just stop wasting my time entirely. If that is not a second, third, fourth, and fifth chance, I don't know what is. If that is not a second, a third, a fourth, and fifth chance, you can get him a sixth chance. I don't know what is. The woman is literally bending over backwards for him to call her his own. This is a Tyrone. This is the thesis of a Tyrone. This is the meaning, the definition of a Tyrone. Without question. Her last, the last part of that sentence, I would appreciate it if you would get to the point or just stop wasting my time entirely. Good luck to you, and I'll finish the point. I hope you find a love as big as the one we could have had. You can't make this shit up. R.I.P. Godfather. You cannot make this shit up. This is Tyrone 101. She's rejecting without rejecting him. She's putting him on notice without putting him on notice. She is scolding him, but not outright doing away with him. She's keeping him at arm's length, but yet the arm is still out there. This is what women will do for a chat at Tyrone. They will break the rules. This is rule breaking. And any woman within the earshot of my voice, refute what I have to say. Oh, Let's continue. Sorry about that.
And now you're choosing not to take it. I don't have the time for these kinds of games, and I would really appreciate it if you would get to the point or just stop wasting my time entirely.
Stop clapping, you fools. This man has her exactly where he wants to have her. The fact that she blocks him and then takes the time to chat with him is an indication that she is still interested. Why do you block someone? Because you don't want to talk to that person, right? So why the blue hell do you keep talking to that person?
It's not logic.
Because
women don't run on logic. They run on feeling. They don't run on logic. They run on feeling. That's why they say, I feel, before they give their opinion. I feel this. I feel that. They don't run on logic. Logic would dictate that a woman is such, if she doesn't want to deal with a man, cut him off. Block him. Move forward. Nope. I have let me say this. I have a few girls just like this. They should have blocked me long ago. They don't. They should stop talking to me. They won't. They won't. I'm no good. I'm a terrible man who speaks about the red pill. Yet, the saga continues. Why? Because they don't want it to end, guys. Just like this woman doesn't want it to end with that guy. Because he is the Tyrone. Now, I'm not saying that I'm a Tyrone myself. I am of okay average, but not above average looks. I'll say that right now. I'm not a Chad Tyrone status. I'll say that straight up. However, this is what women will do. For what they don't want. For that are bad for them. Let's go.
Because you're in your feelings.
Can you make me feel good? Can you make me feel good?
Always look at what a woman does, not what she says. She's not a victim here. She's a grown woman. Don't feel sorry for her and stop clapping, you fools, especially those Simjutsu masters in the crowd.
Good luck to you. I hope you find a love as big as the one we could have had. You better have.
Why are you high-fiving a woman who's literally not rejecting the man outright, Steve? You have all this money and yet no intelligence whatsoever. You couldn't read through those bloody lines you just said? I just saw this. Your people would have brought this, well, your script writers would have brought this to your attention. You know damn right that you're playing a role. That you're acting the fool. Playing into her ego, knowing goddamn well that this man still has a chance. Unbelievable. Why are you high-fiving her? Simple ridiculousness from a man who has no emotional intelligence whatsoever.
You better get in his face.
It's not logic.
Super Simjutsu King strikes again. The foolishness.
Where are you with all this right now?
So, Uncle Steve. Can I call you Uncle Steve?
Yeah, that's what I'm everybody's uncle. That's what I am.
Uncle Simjutsu.
I'm still thinking about the possibilities and the ideas. Hold on. The idea of what could have happened. And so, like many other women, the idea of a person doesn't always leave you right away. You might block them, but then there's a part of you that wants closure.
This is...
Do you know what closure means? Do you really know what closure means? Closure in and of itself means it's never over. It's never over. Things continue. When she says she wants closure, she wants to see him again. To close something else. And that is the deal. Listen to what I have to say here. When she says she wants closure, she wants to close something else, and that is the deal. Now again, I don't know if this is scripted or not, but it has all the hallmarks of absolute, call a spade, bullshit. Absolute bullshit. Her job is not to stick to standard. Her job is to extend standard because it's a Tyrone. There it is. Refute me in the comments. Call me out in the comments.
Pure gold. She said it. The idea. What idea? The Disney princess idea. Prince Charming is rare. She doesn't meet every day. The standard is average Joe. She will easily dismiss the average Joe. That's why it doesn't matter what this man says. It's about how she responds. She blocked him, but still talked to him after.
Oh, that's what I was going to say. Listen to me.
Yeah.
Women like closure. The problem with closure is men don't really do closure. We just done and we move on. Now, me personally, I think there's an omission of a lot of information here.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
And I really need to know what he's hiding. That's what I would want to know. So I found him. It's what I do. We've got John joining us via video chat.
Oh my God.
That's right. Look at that body language. Somebody call a plumber because she's leaking down there.
How you doing, Uncle Steve?
I'm doing good, man. John, you've been listening to Tanny. Is she right to feel confused?
Yes, she's very right to feel confused. I take all fault in that. I just want to first apologize to Tanny. I just want to let you know that.
Okay, we got a little technical difficulty. We may have lost. Let's try to get him back. Okay, I got word. We have him? All right, well, here he is. How you doing, man?
Okay, this is an absolute farce. It's a joke. But anyways, it's a teaching tool. We're using it as a teaching tool, ladies and gentlemen. This is clearly scripted. This is clearly, they're trying to take us for the okie doke, but I am not falling for it. But again, this is, yeah. We're using this as a learning piece, as for tutelage purposes only. So let's go with it.
This is where I feel that this is staged, but at the same time, the crowd's reaction is legit. Because if this was not, the women would not be cheering like this. Smooth-looking tall brother steps into the room, and women can't help but feel attraction for him.
Well, John flew across the country to tell Tanny exactly what he means. We're going to hear what that is when we come back. So, John, do you think you feel the same connection that Tanny does?
Yes. At first, I wasn't sure. I knew it was there, but I still had doubts. We were on the opposite side of the country. Didn't know how it was going to work.
All right, John. Let me just ask you this. There was a little shadiness in the beginning, the standing her up. What was that about? Why did you stand her up?
First time, It was because of the relationship part, to be honest. When she came, surprised me. I just wasn't ready to come out and see her yet at that time. The second time, the relationship was over. It was more personal. That day was a very bad day. Angry. I was angry at other stuff as well. I'm a father as well.
I would never date a man that has 5 baby mamas. Okay.
So I was pissed off at other stuff with my family. And I didn't want her to see that.
Let me stop for a second. Tanny, how you feel hearing this so far?
I feel a little confused, but I mean, of course, I came here to talk to you about this. I didn't expect you to show up.
She is not exactly upset that he showed up, number one. And number two, it's just like my girl Lana BK has said. Case in point, Nick Cannon. Nick Cannon had kids. Do you see him doing without any women of any kind anytime soon? No. He can impregnate the whole United States and women would not mind. Absolutely not. No. Any woman he wants in the United States, any woman around the world that he wants, he can do it. Because he has money, power, status. And relative good looks. So yeah. This ain't surprise. If this man had 6, 8, 10 kids, I know of men with 6 to 8 to 12 kids, but because they have a certain look, they will break the rules. The rules will be broken for the said man. The rules will be broken. That's why men don't hide. Men don't have to hide this stuff. Men don't have to. Men know this innately. That there's a whole segment of men who have gone without because there are the few, and there are the few with 5 to 6 to 7 to 8 to 9 to 10 to 12 to 15 to 22 to hundreds of offspring. Lord knows, I think of 1/18 of the Asian population was populated by Genghis Khan. Money, power, status. Women know these men have tens to hundreds of thousands of women, but they will still go because he is great genetically and well endowed as such. So I'm not gonna leave listening to this because, well, okay, fine. Let's get to the end. I'm gonna fast forward this and I want to just get this to some sort of end date because that's what women aren't telling you, is that they will break the rules for a chatter Tyrone. They will break them.
Because I have personal experience with what he says about never feeling this way about anyone else before. Because to be fair, this goes both ways. Men have the tendency to become simp jutsu masters for pretty women. Where do you think pretty privilege comes from? I was a late bloomer and got my growth spurt in my late teens. Look at Johnny's age, 27. Around that age is when I started attracting women who were 8s and sometimes 9s, and I got caught up by a 9 once, and it's not because she was pretty. She just had it. Some women just have it. She had that look in her eyes, a strong presence and a captivating personality that couldn't be denied. So I cannot say John is lying because I've been there myself. Some women just have your number. Protect yourself.
And you deserve it all. You deserve it all from me. I'm just asking you for a second chance. I came all the way out here in front of these people to tell you that. So I'm asking you. You said you want action. So I'm asking, will you allow me to take you out on a date?
On a real date?
Real proper
You gonna
date.
bring your wallet?
Yes.
I will give you a third chance because that's actually what this is.
Okay, great.
Who remembers this?
Shut up. Just shut up. You had me at hello.
You had me at hello. It doesn't matter what he says. Just him being there was enough. Stop trying to convince women to feel attraction for you. That's not how this game works. Attraction is not a choice, wherever you are in this world. If you struggle with women in the West, don't expect to just magically become a Tyrone. when you take your talents overseas. Women are women first. They are all attracted to the same things. I think this is all staged. What do you think, guys? If Uncle Simp Jutsu tracked them down, there must be something that they are not telling us about John.
Yeah, it is literal. I'm gonna make some closing statements here, but that was staged. That was literally staged. That literally staged. But anyways, we're using it as a teaching tool. Thank you very much to Mansfield Highlights Daily for those 2 clips. But let's just get to brass tacks here. See if we have any further comments. Oh, okay. Okay, right. This reminds me of the channel Nate Got Keys, where a man tried to talk to a lady. She rejects him, then climbs into a Lamborghini. Well, that's stage 2. Nate Got Keys is staged as well. You're right. You're right there, Lana. Thanks very much for that. And in your own opinion, why would you say that women can be rude to men in their approaches? Yes. Hey, and Tiana Luna say hello. How are you? Women are rude in their approaches because they're approached often. They're approached a lot. As I said, the most unattractive of women do way better than the best looking men on dating apps. And that is, you can go to any dating statistic, that is the absolute truth. Let me just get back to a full, we'll get back to a full cam here. Yes. Women will always do better, so therefore they have the pick of the litter in terms of the sexual marketplace, especially when it comes to sex, which is what men demand, so therefore they get to choose those who are deemed worthy, to be a part of their sexual lives. So usually those men would tend to be what women want them to be, Chad and Tyrone. So that's why, in answer to your question, why will women be rude to men in their approaches? Because they can. They literally can. They literally can say, you know what, you're no good to me. I have other guys who I have in my friend zone and my friends list who I consider dating, or I am dating, or I am sleeping with, or who are my boyfriend. There are other men out there. There are a plethora of men who are in the friend zone. They don't need, literally, to make themselves available or be nice. If they are, they are. But most aren't. They can afford to be rude. The numbers are in their favor. And when a woman has power, unfortunately, for a lot of them, they can be rude with it. They can be very, 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 how shall I say, ignorant, unfeeling, uncaring with it. So women can be rude to men in their approach because they can. Simple as that. And if a Chad and Tyrone comes around, then their mood changes. Then their attitudes change. And then you have a better outlook on things. Absolutely. But again, it's a tale as old as time immemorial. If you're a Chad, Tyrone, or a high value man, those are the ones who get the women. Simple as that. And if you have all those in combination, the world is a much better place to live in if you're a man. But for the most part, it is, it's a cold, cruel world for a man, and we've already brought that out there. But again, I just wanted to use this time here to say this one thing to gentlemen. Gentlemen, unless you can protect and provide, women do not care for you. Women can become very, very cutthroat when it comes to the dating market. Very efficiently so. So it's up to you to measure up. And one of the sure things to do is through the med pill. Basically, to get yourself in shape, to get your money on point, to learn, gain the whole frame. But if you are a sub 5, what I would do, try to build some muscle on that frame. It is the one thing you can do to try to even the playing field. Because even if you have a brilliant mind, unfortunately, as brilliant as you are, the world will still reject you in some way, shape, or form. Work on your social skills, work on your pattern, work on your game. Learn to hold frame, learn to hold standards. It sometimes will take years to do, but it needs to be done, especially in this dating market, especially in a world where near 50% of the population by 2030 will be single. And I mean women, female population. I mean women in the Western world. They'll be single. Because they have all of the largesse of society to which men have built, and they are using it to their advantage. They are earning more money, so they're becoming more discerning in terms of their choices. So unless you can measure up physically, at the very least, and financially, unless you're able to protect and provide, you're in trouble as a man. You are in trouble as a man. And to those who think different, they are either fooling themselves or are simps themselves. Simple as that. So it is up to a man to up their standards. It's simple. They have to up their standards, physically, financially, in dating, in learning, holding frame, learning game. They've gotta. You have to adapt or die, gentlemen. It's as simple as that. So that's what I leave with you, because again, these, as you can see by these videos I have here, they have no love for you whatsoever. Especially when they have the Holy Trinity, youth, beauty, fertility on their side. Well and truly more vindictive. I've had more videos out here in terms of men who are, even good looking getting rejected. But again, they're, as you can see, let down easy. Let down easy. So it's up to you to measure up or get out of the race. And if there are 1,000 men who are out of the race and they have outed themselves, unfortunately. So you have been warned, gentlemen. Govern yourselves accordingly. Thank you very much for joining me on Talk Live. Great conversation tonight about the modern dating world and how women are not playing around. They're not playing. They're not playing. They're not playing. As you can see clearly by the videos we have of Zizou and the Chad that we had there. What's the name here? Yes. Right, Zindel. I think it's Zindel or Zindel. Yes, indeed. Denzel, that's it. Denzel. There we go. I don't know what kind of name that is, anyways. But yeah, you can see by the actual rejections, this is really, really bad, and it's up to you as gentlemen to measure up. If not, get out of the race. So thank you very much for joining me at Talk Live. We're going to end it here tonight. We're going to be back tomorrow night. I think we're going to talk about Akon and what's going on in his world and his dream of Africa. And where it has ended and where it has gone to nowadays. Akon, the former R&B singer, we're going to get that video up tomorrow. And we're going to talk about Akon and if he is indeed great for the African community and how his dream of a new Wakanda is going. And there's a reason why we're talking about him on Talk Live. But thank you very much for joining me on Talk Live on IG and YouTube. Sponsored by Duntalk, DUNTALK.com. Like, subscribe, comment. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. And a new Talk Live minute is coming up very, very soon. So watch out for that. And we'll be back tomorrow night with another show on Akon and his Wakanda dream for Africa. All right, so thank you very much for talking to me on Talk Live, and I appreciate your time here on Instagram